All right, we should be live. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. Looks like it's late night for Get Good Greggy. So, I put on this stream notification last night near the end of Thanksgiving. I should have done it earlier in the day, but I just kept pushing it off until I put this up at like midnight or something, my time. So I don't know who the first comment was, but I do see here Donut Farmer was the first one. There might have been someone else before, and then YouTube, they wiped the messages after a certain amount of time. But yeah, let's see. We got Jonathan Tolbert in the house. We got Craig Lilly, Scooter, Kenny's Computers, Pro Gamer. What's up, everybody? We got Geico. We got Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. I actually don't have Geico. I have Progressive. With Flo, I think was the person who's the mascot. Yo, what's up, Stang? What's up, Techman TY? Buying CPU rigs stuffs today. Buying CPU rig stuffs today? What does that mean? Buying CPU rig stuffs. The CPU rigs. Because I know in some countries they call the desktop tower a CPU. So in that sense, CPU rig might make sense, but I don't know what you mean by buying CPU. Are you buying a CPU and then other stuff for your rig today on top of a CPU? But let's see. You work third shift. They should be considered after bedtime. Alright, so as the title of the stream implies, this is going to be a pretty chill stream. We're just going to catch up, talk about our Thanksgivings, everyone can share, as well as just browse some deals. I've been seeing random deals pop up on my, Amazon and things like that, but I haven't bought anything yet for Black Friday officially. So we'll see if I can find anything to buy today. I'm not too hopeful for computer deals. We'll browse through them, but it's just like the major hardware that people care about the most: CPU, graphics card. They usually don't go on too much of a sale on these holidays. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of sales on peripherals, cases, fans, things like that, monitors. So we'll see. Hey, what's up, Kevin? By the way, who else is on the West Coast or west of the West Coast? Like, is it super early for anybody else? 7 a.m. for me is pretty early, especially to be doing a stream. Maybe for like a normal work day, it's not super early, but like to be doing a stream, the only time I've ever done these is usually on Black Fridays, and I don't think I've ever started at 7 a.m. I think I've started at like 8 or 9 or 10 a.m. before on previous Black Fridays in the past. But yeah. Micro Center deals. Man. Yeah, I know. Micro Center got deals year round. You don't even need to wait for Black Friday. If you are trying to build a computer and you have a Micro Center nearby, you can just go anytime, any time of the year, and you're good. Finishing my my Fruit Loops right here. Can you all see? Barely. All right, 2 a.m. for Cincinnati Esports. 2 a.m. Where would it be 2 a.m. right now? 5 hours beforehand? Is that Hawaii? Is Hawaii 5 hours ahead or behind? Whichever direction. UK. Oh, okay, you're watching with the UK. Which, I mean, so for you guys, it's just a normal Friday, right? Oh, Melbourne. Okay, gotcha. I woke up at 5:30 a.m. since it's Friday, and my body thinks you're going to work today, but you have holiday off. I'm assuming you had Thanksgiving and then today off. PS5 on sale for $3. What is the normal price of PS5? Aren't they like $400? Or are they like $450? I'm not a console guy. I do not follow the console scene in prices. So we'll wait a little bit before we get started, just in case people are rolling in a little bit late. PS5 launch price. Well, so launch price was 500, but I don't think it's been 500 for a while. PS5. Oh, we can check. I have, what is it? Camel pulled up. PS5. Let's see what the pricing was. Let's just look. There's the Marvel Spider-Man bundle, but what's a typical console? PS5 440. Huh. Has PS5 not seen price drops like since ever? It looks like. I mean, let's see. Trying to see. Yeah, what the? Oh, the new. No, that's the original. Because they made like a slim version, right? You know, I'm so out of the loop when it comes to consoles that I was not even aware that consoles hold their price kind of close to the release price for that long. I would have thought, like over time, the price would have dropped by more than that. What do I think of the i5 10600KF? I mean, if you already have it, then it's fine. I don't know if I would actively seek out, like, I like 10th gen. I like 10th gen processors, but it depends. Like, if you can, I would just say go for at least 12th gen or newer. But it depends on the context of it. The 10600KF or 10600 is fine. 10400 was also a great budget processor. But in what context? Are you asking if you should upgrade from it or what? Or are you asking if you should buy one right now? And if you're asking if you should buy one right now, I would say, do you already have a motherboard like that supports it? Like, do you have like a i3 10100 or something and you're asking to upgrade that? So, yeah. Am I excited for 50 series? Are you talking about 5000 series NVIDIA? You must be, right? Because nothing else would be 5000 series in the conversation, because AMD processors and graphics cards already passed that up. Am I no, I mean, is there, why would I be excited? Are we thinking, is that what the speculation is? I haven't seen any tech news saying that there would be announcements. That would be pretty fast. That would be a really fast cycle, because we just got RTX 4000 series last winter. So if we got announcements for 5000, that would only be 1 year, and that's a pretty quick release cycle. Usually graphics cards stick around for a little bit longer than that before the next generation comes out. So with regards to if I'm excited, I don't think it's coming out in the near future. So there's not enough information out about it regarding specs, performance, or price for me to be excited about it. I can't believe for the people who already are looking at the next generation of stuff, like everything that we have right now, processors and graphics cards, they're like a year old-ish. I'm happy with what we have currently, kind of. PS5 at Costco is $450, but still with the second controller and a game. Or still, but with the second controller and a game. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna run a poll. Do you console game? Simple question. I'm just curious because I'm assuming everybody who is in the chat now computer games, or at least is into computers and stuff like that. But I'm just curious who console games as well. I have not console gamed in a very, very long time. But yeah, anything that I would want to play. I don't really go for console exclusives. So anything I wanted to play, I would just play on my computer, like using a controller. If you know, if I wanted to like play couch gaming or whatever they call it, I would just move my portable tower or use like whatever else at the TV. Vinky, I'm asking if I need to upgrade a new CPU. No, if you have a 10600, you should be fine. I don't even know what your graphics card is, so I'm just gonna assume you don't have a 3090 or something like very expensive. But your 10600, I'm assuming it's gonna be fine with whatever graphics card you have right now. You likely don't have like a super high-end new graphics card. Oh, you have a 3070. I think you're still fine. Remember, unless you visually or unless like the performance is actually impacting your system, like to the point where you notice you're getting lower frame rates or you're getting like choppiness, stuttery, then just keep it. The thing about the 10 series is, if you were to upgrade, are you just going to go up to like a 10700K or whatever? Which right now, I actually don't know what the prices of those are, but let's take a look. See what Amazon has, because they have used stuff too for decent pricing. So if you want a 10700K to replace yours, you could get them for 10700KF. You can get it for $200. So do you spend $200 to upgrade your 10600K, which I think is fine, by the way, even with the 3070? Is either you upgrade it for this much, or you upgrade the motherboard to a newer socket or end generation for probably this plus another 150, so for like $350 or something. I think you should just keep your system as is. You're fine. Just save money and then do a bigger, more meaningful upgrade in like a year or something. Alright, so the poll so far is, wow, about 2/3 of the votes so far are no console gaming. But, I mean, 1/3 of the votes being yes is still a fair amount. Console gaming equals Nintendo Switch for Kevin. Okay, got it. Do you actually play on the Atari 2600 regularly? Because if that's the case, then yes, it does count, of course. You play both PC and consoles? Yeah, I have an Xbox S and it still sits in the box unused. Did you buy it or was it given to you? You bought it and it still... Well, when did you buy it? When I hear Xbox S and it sits in the box unused, I'm thinking like you've had it for a really long time, but you could have just bought it like last week and you haven't used it yet. I also have a PS5 that used to play Sony exclusives. Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons I would imagine most people are still console gaming if they have a very capable gaming machine. It's because they want to play them console exclusives, which eventually end up. I feel like they eventually come out to PC. It's just like years down the line. So. N64 is the only console I have. I don't think it's working properly. I think you can actually get N64 every time I go to those retro game like shops that have, like all the older systems. I am surprised by how cheap you can get a functioning like Game Boy or like a functioning N64 or GameCube and stuff for. I would have thought the prices of those things would have skyrocketed by now. I mean, what, the GameCube's 20 plus years old now, right? I would have thought like by now those would have been like super valuable. But I think the thing is, there were so many of like those consoles made that they're just all over the place. They haven't hit the point where they're rare and hard to find yet. Like you can go to like a retro game store and buy a fully functional Game Boy Color, probably for like 60 or 70 bucks. It's used, but I feel like that's how much those Game Boys used to cost like brand new. So I would have thought the price would have been higher by now for the whole nostalgic retro factor. You still have your Game Boy Color you had as a kid? I don't know if we have my Game Boy or our Game Boys. I think my brother kept most of everything just because he was the first to get a house, so storage wise. But I don't know why I would have thrown away my Game Boy. I'm the type of person who hoards stuff like that. So I have no idea, because I had the clear purple Game Boy color. The clear purple, let's see. This was mine, and my brother had the solid purple one growing up. Yeah, this one right here. So, I mean, I have no idea where it is, but I don't think I would have donated it. I definitely didn't donate it. I definitely wouldn't have thrown it away. And for me to lose something like this, that's not very like me, to lose something like of kind of valuable electronic. It must have been in storage and I just forgot because I haven't thought about it for years. Yeah, yo, do you guys remember the, let's see, Game Boy magnet light thingy? Where are they? Magnet light attachment. This is, oh, there it is with the zoom. Did you guys, when you guys had your Game Boys or Game Boy Colors, did you use these things? Oh, the Mad Catz one. It has like a little light in here, and it like zooms the crap out of your screen. Oh man, dude, these were the days. You know what sucked about the Game Boy though? The Game Boy Color, anyways, and I even think that the Game Boy Advance, it wasn't until the SP that it had a backlit screen. So like during those car rides in the dark, you couldn't see crap unless you had something like this, just because the screens weren't lit up. I remember these very fondly. And then, oh, there's these other ones, the squigglies with no zoom in, but it was just like a light with the flexible light attachment. Yeah, even these ones weren't backlit screens. It was the Game Boy SP Advance. These were the ones that I think first did like a lit up screen that you could play in the complete dark and still see. What's up, Som Gaming? We're just chilling for a bit before I get into the deals, just, you know, to give people time to get to the stream. Heck yeah, I remember Tamagotchi. I had I actually didn't have a Tamagotchi. I had a Gigapet. I mean, they were just like competitors, right? So I had the floppy frog, what's it called? Yes, so I had one of these ones. Oh, this one right here. From Tiger, jeez. Yep, this is the one. And also, I had the Digimon, what's it called? Tamagotchis. It's the one where it looks like a prison. Yeah, here we go. It looks like a prison cell brick thingy. Yeah, remember these? Mine wasn't color, though. Mine was this gray one, actually. God, these were such cool toys. You can buy these? 20 bucks, really? I mean, these are obviously not the originals. They like remade them at some point. But man, these were such... I mean, you don't need these anymore because your cell phone can do something way more advanced. But yeah. Oh, they were called Digivices. Okay, yeah. So I remember having one of these. And then you could connect them and battle with them. They were so cool. You guys are old as hell. I've never seen this. Yeah, I mean, so when I was playing with these... How old was I? I think I was 8 years old, so that was 1997. Yeah. And I don't remember what year these things came out. 25th anniversary. Yeah, so they make it in color now. Oh man, this is so cool. I remember there was a little cheat code or like a hack you could do with these, where you would stick the thing into the reset, and then you could get, what Digimon? I think it was like Metal Greymon, or War Greymon, or one of those ones, doing the little trick. Okay, how much is it? Alright, honestly, a 280X, I personally don't think about cards older than the like RX 400 series too often. 300 series were kind of a weird one. They're like, it was kind of like a half refresh. But let me look at, if I were to guess, 280Xs on eBay, I would say those must be going for like $30. They have to, because we got RX 480s for around 40 to 50 bucks. So I'm thinking $35 for RX 280, R9 280 rather, R9 280X. Yeah, if I had to guess, these are probably going for like $35 on eBay, which means you should get them for cheaper in your local market. But let's see, I would be, let's see, 25 plus 10, boom, right there, $35. I don't know how I am spot on, but the thing is, I don't think this is worth $30. That's how I came to the estimation of this. I thought, okay, there's a price floor with this, like with every graphics card, right? Because this thing can still game and it works. So no one, even though like performance-wise, it's relative to like an RX 480, let's say it's like half the performance or even less, it's not going to go for half the price. Like no one's going to put one of these up for like 15, 20 bucks just because at that point you just keep it, right? You have to get some value that's worth it. I mean, I know 10 is in the shipping, but we always have to combine these two. Oh, this one's parts only. Oh, you're right. Good eye. Wow, wait, what? Good, very good eye. How did I just not see that parts only? Sorry. It's 7 a.m. and also I'm going on no sleep right now, so if I'm a little loopy during this stream, let me know. Yeah, see, $40. You can for sure get an RX like 470 at least, if not a 480 or 570 for this same price. Wow. Yeah. So this just isn't worth grabbing. It's one of those things where like, you know, like even if let's look at the used market, Facebook Marketplace. I have a feeling they're not going to be cheap over here. If Facebook would log on R9 280X. Okay. So here's the 280X for $25. That's a little bit more reasonable. That's the Sapphire Tri-X Toxic, I believe. Here's one for 50, 75, 50, 49, $30 for an R9 380, which isn't the same card. But yeah, look at these. People, oh, R9 290 for $30. That's pretty cool. I really like the 290s. I don't remember what the relative performance, I mean, obviously this is better than a 280X, but here's a 270, ugh, so old, for $60. People are crazy. JG Wright says, I always type thing I want, what I don't want. Are you talking about how like things pop up aside from what you're trying to search for? I remember people having Game Gears losing battery life much faster than... Yeah, because Game Gear had a backlit screen, right? We had a Game Gear. Oh, my God. So, the story about the Game Gear that we had, we lost it. We were on vacation somewhere, and we had, like, a carrying pouch for this. And for some reason, when we left on vacation, we just forgot it. Which, I mean, I was... So when we had the Game Gear, I must have been like 6 or something, 6 or 7. So then, yeah, after that, we went to Game Boys. All right. Wait, what? R9 380s for 120? No. No. They're not even worth close to that. R9 380s should not be worth any more than like $40. Here's hey, this one right here. So this one's 38. Oh my God. What is this corrosion? Oh my. You can even see it in the fins Wow. What is it? I know this sometimes happens. Like, I bought a graphics card from someone in Hawaii, and their card wasn't this bad, but it did have some signs of rust and corrosion on it. Holy crap. I've never seen one this bad, though. What is their description? Was used for mining in a garage. The cards can definitely mine. I am just not 100% sure the display ports work due to a little... This person really tried to say a little surface rust. Are they smoking? A little surface rust. Yeah, for sure. This guy. I mean, 100% positive feedback, 97 sales. That's pretty good numbers. A little... Wow, this is funny. RX 580 new on Best Buy for 120. That's too much. Just buy a used one for half the price, please. Please, I beg you. At some, like, I understand buying new parts when the discount on used parts isn't that much, because like if you buy something like, whoa, why is my camera going down? What is going wrong, camera? I understand, like, if let's just say RTX 4090, if you were to buy one used right now and someone's selling it for like $1,200, yeah, compared to the $1,500, it makes sense to buy it new just so, because it's not that big of a difference, right? But when you're talking about taking a 50% or more discount going to the used market, especially with kind of older hardware, it makes more sense to buy it used for exactly that reason. Like, why are you going to buy a graphics card that by this point is 5 or 6 years old, brand new, and spend double the price of what the used ones are going for? So, yeah. Someone was saying, so the 12600KF deal for 140 destroys all of the AMDs. I equals new, but where's that at? I'm going to check Slick Deals. Let's see if I can find it before you respond. You said 12600KF? Boom, 140 on Amazon. Dang, son. Yeah, holy crap. This is a good deal. Here, let me get a link there. So I'm going to try to add all the links of the great deals into the description, just for people who are tuning in or for people who watch the VOD after the fact. And so we can keep track of this. So let me add this in. $140, and I'll link it here too. So 140. So Intel i5 12600KF. Bam. Yeah, this is a... Man, I'm tempted to pick one of these up. I'm going to put this into my window on the side here and think about it. All right, Kevin has a link for a monitor. Acer Nitro 27-inch, 240 hertz, 1440p, half a millisecond response time for $200. Normally $300, so this is 33% off right now. Black Friday deal. These are actually some pretty good specs. But with regards to the, I mean, dude, monitors. In terms of the actual like quality of it, aside from the paper specs, most of that is like over my head, just because there's not like a ton of readily available information on them. I know. There are a handful of channels that actually test them properly, but the thing about monitors is though, I feel like it's a pretty safe buy. I guess if you buy from Newegg, you don't. It's a little bit more of a pain if you end up not liking it for whatever reason, right? Compared to Amazon, where like if the color quality is bad, or if there's ghosting or backlight bleed or something like that, you could say it doesn't match the description, and you can return it a lot easier. Vinky, if it is $140, you're upgrading now. Well, so that was $140, but you're gonna have to get a new motherboard because your 10th gen motherboard does not support this. So you have to find a mobile as well. So yeah. I'm gonna put this deal. I can't get the affiliate links because Newegg, Rakuten is being stupid. Actually, let me see if I can get it real quick. Rakuten. Can I get this links? Come on. Let me see if I can get this to work. URL. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I gotta take it to. Can I get this to work? Oh, it does work. Okay, I'm gonna update the link with that too. So $200 or $199, 27-inch, 1440p, 240 hertz, Acer Nitro monitor. Okay, there we go. Thanks for that link, Kevin. Old Dude Gaming, what's up? How you doing? Just be born with low visual acuity, so monitors won't matter as much. Keck. Yeah. Just have very bad eyesight. I want to pick it up, not gonna lie, but it breaks my budget. I'd have to get a bad GPU. Let's see, I paid about that much. That 12600K, I just need a motherboard deal. Yeah. Which, I mean, we're gonna look through as much as we can. Oh, by the way, did I already say I have a hard 2-hour cutoff today. Because at 9 a.m., me and Melissa, we have to go do something, so that's why. It's cheaper than the 12400F. What is Intel thinking? Well, I mean, it's now a 2-gen-old product. They're probably just trying to move stuff. Is there any 12400 deals? Shoot. If there's a 12400 deal... Black Friday deal for 12600K. This one's actually not bad too. 153. Man, why couldn't there be like $90 i3 12100s? that would be nice. What motherboard should you get? Shoot, I'm Vinky. I'm assuming you're in VNK. I'm assuming you're in the US. Motherboard. So just look up LJ 1700 motherboard. If you want the cheapest, no, don't get that. Don't get it. H610. What I would normally do is pick up used one or renewed, Amazon renewed. So let's see what we can find here. This Asus Prime Z690P for 120. That actually seems pretty cheap. What else? Looking at the renew and used, I'm trying to find something that's like pretty affordable, like 70 or 80 bucks, if we can find it. But doesn't look like there's that much. Most of them are still pretty expensive. And I'm trying to find one that has like decent looking VRM heatsinks. Like this one actually right here. Whoa, here we go. Okay, so if you look at this one, this is the Z690A Pro, which is a pretty good looking board. If you go to the used, in good condition, if you're willing to kind of gamble, let's see the seller. Infinity product. Dang, if it was Amazon warehouse, I would be more all over it. But I mean, tested, fully functional. Is in used good condition. It does have the IO shield, CD, quick install guide. Yeah, so other loose accessories, like what? It does have SATA cables, so I don't know what else they would be missing. This would be a good board to go with it. No, 150 for a motherboard is pretty standard. I'm just trying to make the motherboard match the CPU price because to me it just feels weird if you spend $140 on a 12600 KF and then you spend $150 on a motherboard. So that's why I'm trying to find a decent price one here. So I mean, I would say this one, if you're okay with buying used on Amazon, I would totally pick this up. But I'm not trying to hoard hardware right now, so yeah. So here's the motherboard. I don't know. If you aren't trying to like penny pinch and stuff like that, yeah, you can easily spend 150 to 200 motherboard. But I always feel like that's too expensive. Like, I feel like most people aren't doing like really heavy overclocking, and then most people don't need a ton of like I/O or like specific things, that spending $200 to $300 on a motherboard just doesn't make sense. When honestly, getting a like $120 motherboard will give you basically the same performance. Mood change. You picked up this exact motherboard, the Z690A Pro, or a different, or like a motherboard used that you're waiting for? Yeah, because just looking through that list, this actually looks like one of the only ones that had a decent price in the used section anyways. What do I think about the Ryzen 5 7500F? Honestly, I haven't. I mean, I would have to look at the Ryzen 7500F versus. I would need to look at the side by sides. Let's see. So yeah, I know they made it. Testing Games, my favorite channel. Okay. So what are we looking at here? So is it going to beat the 13400F in most games? It's beating it so far. Yep, it's also beating it in 0.1 and 1% lows, it looks like. $150 on AliExpress. How? I need a reminder, how much does 13400Fs go for? That, because that's going to be the deciding factor. And these go for 200. Oh yeah. Really good deal then. Let me look through the rest of the numbers though. Is there any situation where the 13400F wins? It does not look like it. It looks like 7500F just wins across the board, and it's noticeably cheaper too. Let's see. How come we can't get these in the States? Why do we have to go to AliExpress for it? If I bought it right now, I would get it on December 15th, which is what, 1, 2, 3 weeks away? Come on, man. Come on. Wait. Was AMD's intention to release it only on AliExpress, or is it just the fact right now it is only available on AliExpress? There's a difference between the two, right? There's a difference between availability and AMD's intention to only sell on from a specific like website or vendor. Yeah, it's only available in China. It's a China exclusive? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess, shoot. If you don't mind waiting 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the numbers and the price difference, this totally is like a killer deal. They didn't have enough crappy 7600s that failed to supply the world. They just had enough to supply China. And then indirectly they're supplying the rest of the world that goes to AliExpress to buy these things, essentially. They have 14-day guarantee. Are we talking about 14 days exactly or 14 business days? Because 14 business days works out to be almost 3 weeks because there's only 5 business days per week. Okay. So far, the impressive. Let's see. It looks like people are hopping into the stream even more now. Okay, we got about 120 people watching. So I'm putting all the deals. Also, guys and girls, and everything in between. If you go to the Discord, there's a stream. So there's a link to join the Discord in the description. You could join for the stream and leave if you don't want to be. I'm not trying to like coerce people to join the Discord. But it just makes it easier because you guys can submit links here. You can't submit links on YouTube because YouTube thinks you're going to send me some malicious porn or something. Hey, what's up, AA Tectonics? But if you guys want me to look at specific things, like links, then you can post them in here, like what people have done in previous. People have sent pictures and stuff too, but they've also put links, and I can pull them up on stream. So if you see anything, any deals that you want me... Oh, here we go. All right. Ooh, the Acer Predator Bifrost 240 RX 76. Oh, it's a 7600, which is pretty cool to see because for me, the Acer Predator Bifrost, I was mainly thinking. I thought this was an A770 to be honest. Looking at the price and stuff too. The 7600 for here. I don't know. This is kind of standard pricing, isn't it? And it hasn't the 7600 RX 7600. What are these going for right now? I've not been 240. Yeah, so a bunch of them are not a bunch, but there's a handful of them for around 250 or less. This is one of the cheaper ones, and it comes with the Avatar, the Blue People Avatar game. Has anyone played this? For me, movies made into games just seems like a quick cash grab. Like when they make like a Guardians of the Galaxy video game or something. Spider-Man, I understand, because Spider-Man, it has a long history of like, video games covering it. But like when a movie comes out like this, like Avatar, like did anyone ask for an Avatar PC game? But regardless of that, I mean, this is the thing about Black Friday, right? Like I said earlier, CPUs, except for the 12600KF, that's a crazy good deal. But graphics cards and stuff like that, I don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of huge discounts. Maybe $10, $15 here or there. Like this one looks like it's discounted about $10 right now. Harry Potter video games. Yeah, see, I don't count Hogwarts Legacy had like I think a longer like dev time and stuff like that. I don't count Hogwarts Legacy as a Harry Potter movie video game. But when they take like Harry Potter and the Prisoners of Azkaban and make that a video game, yes, to me that is so weird. And I just imagine them being the crappiest games ever because, it doesn't have. It's just something that they took in. Like from the movie to try to make a game real quick to make some money, as opposed to like developing and fleshing out like a whole complete storyline, like what they did with Hogwarts Legacy. That's all like unique lore and stuff, right? It's like Far Cry and Avatar World since Ubisoft. Oh, it's a Ubisoft title. Okay, I mean, I kind of like Ubisoft open world games, like Assassin's Creed, like Valhalla and. What was the Greek one? Odyssey. Those ones I actually liked a lot. But those are, again, their own games. They're not based on some, like, a movie IP or something. How much is a 2080 used? All right, give me 1 second. So hopefully stream submissions is getting filled up as I'm going all over the place, guys. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. RTX 2080s. What are these going to be going for? They should be around like 200, right? Wait. Am I completely off on the pricing? All these broken ones and God. More filters. Condition. Every single time, eBay. You think I care about anything else except for working graphics cards? Okay. You can buy an empty box for $30. $200. Nope. 210 for this blower style card. How about non? Okay, yeah. So about $200. 230 here. 226. You could do a best offer though, and these are kind of for the what I would call the more undesirable models. What you gotta pay a little bit more. There's the EVGA one. Surprisingly, it's not going for, I feel like EVGA cards, they start to carry a premium because they're out of the graphics card game now. So people would treasure these more. So I mean, compared to the other prices, this actually isn't that bad. eBay had a nice 20%. Okay, so the thing about eBay though was, Sven, was the eBay coupon for everybody? I know sometimes eBay sends out personal coupons and not everybody gets it. And I hate it when those pop up on Slick Deals because it's like $25 coupon for select users. And then if you're not selected, then kind of sucks. What's the best graphics card I can get for $250 used? Probably a 6700 XT or a 3070 if you get kind of lucky. 3070s are probably a little bit harder to find, but maybe we can find one. If we can find it on eBay, then we should be able to find it on like Hardware Swap and everything else. All right, parts only. Stop giving me parts only. You can get a 3070 right now. Let me see. Come on. You can get a colorful for $260. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a 3070 or 6700, 6750 XT performance range. So the cheapest one right here is the MSI Ventus fan defect. Crap, these all have fan defects. This one might not have a fan defect. This one is from some brand that looks like it's an Asia-based brand. Loud fan on this one. So yeah, I mean, if you don't mind AMD, you're looking at 6700 XT. Even though you can get one of those for like $300 brand new. Okay, I gotta say something. I am surprised there's over 100 of y'all watching the stream at 7 a.m. Pacific time. I know some of you guys are like East Coast or Central time or like on the other side of the world. But sound off if you're actually on the West Coast watching this before 8 a.m. I'm very curious who actually is up this early. EST gang, Midnight gang, EST gang, Europe Coast. Some phone deals are amazing. Yeah. So if anything, while PC hardware deals suck kind of on Black Friday, there's tons of phone deals usually. Which is like, I guess you don't buy PC parts too often usually. Same as your phone. You don't buy maybe once every few years. CST gang, West Coast, Best Coast. Here we go. We got some EST, 1248 right now, EST, all-nighter. Yes, all-nighter gang. That is me. It's because I messed up my sleep schedule. Oh, we gotta talk about Thanksgiving a little bit, but on Thanksgiving Day, I stayed up pretty late because I was playing World of Warcraft. Like every person who plays MMOs does. You just lose track of time and play for too long. So then, going into Thanksgiving, we had two Thanksgivings. One with my side of the family in the morning. We did Asian hot pot at my brother's house. And then we came back to my house here for my wife's family. So I got like 4 hours of sleep. And then I took a nap yesterday though when we had Thanksgiving here at my house. And then I woke up. So then because I took such a nice nap in the evening time, it made it so that I was too wired and awake to sleep at a normal time last night. And then we had an appointment that was scheduled today that me and Melissa are going to at 9 a.m., which is when I wanted to stream. and it was a last minute appointment that we had to set. So then, I was gonna stream at like 9 or 10 a.m. like I said on Wednesday stream. I said I was gonna stream in the morning, but because we had that appointment pushed in, and I didn't want to stream after that because then I would be encroaching on to like John the Net Guy stream. The only time I could stream was all of a sudden 7 a.m. And at 7 a.m. it didn't make sense for me to go to sleep at like 3 a.m., get only 4 hours of sleep and be dead tired. Just staying up is a lot easier, so yeah. West Coast is Wish and Temu. East Coast is Prada and Bugatti. Wow, Augie, wow. Adam says, hey, Nope, I got those cheaper Nanoleaf wall RGB lights from Temu. You told me how they were. It's good. 3 times the thickness. Yes. Okay, let me see if I have it. What shape did you get, Adam? Did you get the triangles or did you get the hexagons? Let me see if I can find mine. Yeah, so I don't know, and then I'm gonna get to the super chats. Don't worry, I'll get to the super chats, Zach. But so here's the one that I bought. I just taped it because they don't stick together that well. So I bought the hexagons. Now, if you know anything about Nanoleafs, actually, let me see if I can plug this in because it looks pretty good. But the Nanoleaf hexagons, they are bigger than this usually. You see how this hexagon size is? The Nanoleaf ones, the legit ones, are bigger. I think this is just USB, so I should be able to just plug this into the computer. But also, look at the thickness of this. Like, how thick these are. This is not how thick Nanoleaf panels are. Okay, let me see if I can plug this in. Hopefully it doesn't blow up my computer. It shouldn't. Come on. Here we go. There we go. You guys can probably barely see it, but because of how to get to show better. Back here. If it would all connect. But yeah, I mean, it looks decent for the price, but these ones are kind of small. It's kind of hard to fill up an entire wall with this. And given the thickness of them, again, like this is pretty thick. Nanoleafs are definitely not this thick. So yeah, I've had my experience buying these from AliExpress just to see what they were like, and they don't look bad at all. What's up, John? Yes, 7 a.m. on a semi-US holiday. What gives? I just explained it. I'm not sure if you heard it, but it was either this time or encroaching onto your stream time, John. So you know what? I didn't want to do you wrong. So I chose the early time. It's because my wife and I have an appointment at 9 a.m. and then I wouldn't get back until maybe like 11. So if I started streaming at 11, it would start going beyond 1 p.m. probably. Okay. So Zach Osinska, thank you for the $2 super chat, by the way. I appreciate it. Can you pick a PC part picker for $600 for Fortnite, I'm guessing you're saying. Yes, we can do that real quick. OnePlus 10T is $270. Ooh. Though, Kevin, I don't know if I could go back to 128 gigabytes of storage. After having 256, I think 256 is my bare minimum. And it would be nice to go up to half a terabyte. But okay. Let me check the stream submissions real quick. Okay, so people posted. Okay, people have been posting. Good. We will take a look at these in a second. But let's do a quick PC part picker list. I can already guess the parts that we're gonna need, and it's gonna definitely be kind of cheaping out on stuff just because $600 to get like. You want to focus on the graphics card, and I'm thinking for a $600 build, you're putting an RX 6600 in it. There's no other graphics card that would make sense. If you're building brand new parts, $600, you don't have any other choice. Video card, yeah. Maybe if you go used, you can find something else, but I mean, let's look at the RX 6600, right? These are $185. They're under. Let's use that Power Color Hellhound because I like the look of that one. You're already 2/3 into your budget already, but I think we could fill out everything decently well. We might have to move stuff around. We're going like i3 right here. Again, we're going new. If you were going used, you would have more options, but we're doing the PC part picker list. i3. What's the 12100s going for? $93. What's the 10100s going for? It's the motherboard that's gonna kill us on price. I mean, we can go 12100 because it's only $10 more, but the motherboard's gonna cost more. I don't think we could fit a 6650 XT just because look at how we're already halfway through and we have to fill out with a case and everything else too. We're gonna go stock CPU cooler because we don't have that much money to spend. For a motherboard, I mean, this is where you're like, yep. Actually, which one is this one? Yeah, I'm about to choose the cheapest motherboard unless I could. Yeah, even the actually the B660 Pro RS. I'm gonna pick that one because that one at least has. Dang, it's $90 though. See, we're already at $369, but I think we could fit this in. Memory is cheap. We're gonna get 16 gigabytes. Sorry, but it's kind of hard to fit in 32 gigs at this budget. Okay, 16 gigs in a 2x8. We need a 2x8. Where is it at? 2x8 Mushkin. That's 266. We should be able to fit in at least 3200. Team Group Elite. That's a CL22 kit though. We're looking for 3200 CL16. So where is it? 3200 CL16. Boom. Time Tech. We're about to pick this Time Tech. No, that's a 1x16. Give me 1 second. 2x8. Let me filter it out more. Okay. 3200, 3000. Silicon Power Turbine. This is ugly, but you know what? We're trying to build a $600. Actually, let me see if I can find a plain kit. 3200. The Neo Forzas are actually pretty. They're just like standard RGB. Vulcan Z's as always for $34. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the T-Force Vulcan Z's. I like those, the look of those. All right, so again, we're trying to build a $600, the best $600 gaming PC we can for Fortnite. But I mean, this is gonna be for any game, really. All right, so we've got everything except we need storage, power supply, and case, and we have $200 left. We can actually fit that, so we might be able to get a 6650 XT. Let me put in storage. I mean, let's just go with 1 terabyte, right? $600, we should be able to fit in a 1 terabyte SSD, hopefully. M.2, sure. What is the cheapest 1 terabyte drive that's not SATA? The Spatium. See, SSD and RAM prices kind of went up a little bit. We can't find a single drive under $40. They used to be $35 for 1 terabyte like a few months ago. We'll go with the Team Group MP33. Give you some room. If you could go for the cheapest MSI Spatium. These are all going to be very similar budget SSDs. Okay, what do we got here? So then we have to choose a power supply. Let's see, GX2. How much are these? Tough Power GX2s. All right, we're gonna go with this $60 power supply, and it gives us $90 for the case. You know what case right now is on sale? The Corsair 4000D Airflow. This is, I mean, we're kind of spending a little bit more on the case. It's $80 across the board. This is actually one of the deals Corsair actually has going on right now. But we could fit a pretty nice case like this in, and here we have it. A build that comes in at $590 before tax, of course. And we've got an i3 12100 B660M motherboard that's not complete crap and bare. 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. RX 6600. we've got a really nice case. You could probably save some money, and this case is nicer than the rest of the build. You could say that this is a bad pairing because when you're going this low of a budget, you probably shouldn't spend 80 bucks on the case. You can get whatever case you want. You can change it out in PC Part Picker. I just chose this because I hate having to choose cases because there's like a million of them. But I think this is actually a really good deal for the 4000D. It hasn't gone on sale for this for like almost a year when I looked. And then the Tough Power GX2, this is essentially like a C/B tier power supply. Death Tech, Ryan, what is up? Can you believe this guy? I know, 7 a.m. stream. I know. It's just because I got other stuff to do today, and this was the only time slot. All right, here's the gaming PC parts list. It's flexible. I just tried to build it as fast as I can because I'm not trying to spend like a whole hour on this. $600, let's see. Gaming PC part picker list. Okay. This isn't perfect. You know, you could change things around, but this is going to be your standard template at this price point. You're not going to really be able to fit in an i5. You're not going to be able to fit in like a Z690 board. It's going to be kind of hard to fit in 32 gigs of RAM unless you get a cheaper case that's like a really cheap case. Like we're talking like 30, 40, 50 bucks. Then you can maybe double up on the RAM. So yeah. Is PC Part Picker generally undervaluing power usage a bit? When you say that, do you mean... So, let's see. What is PC Part Picker estimating this to be? Where's the thing? I thought they usually have like a... Oh, 305 watts. So, when I read your question, I think you're saying, are they underestimating it? And I'd say, no, this is a pretty good estimate of it. Like, if I were to put this system on the wall, I think it would come in at around, okay, maybe at peaks like 350 or something like that. But yeah, we've only got an i3 on there, and then the RX 6600, and the rest of the system isn't like too crazy. I'd say this is a pretty good estimate. If anything, we would be fine with a 500 watt power supply. It's just that off the top of my head, I know this is just kind of like the go-to one right now in terms of price and quality, and like wattage rating, right? Didn't Newegg have $40 cases? They probably do. The only, let me see. Okay, let's replace it. Let's see if we can get the price down. I'm going to choose a different case. We're going to sort by lowest price. So, Fantex Eclipse with free shipping and handling. Oh my goodness, this is actually... Yo, we have... Honestly, I have not seen good... This is... With free shipping. That's the thing that gets me. Wait, where's the shipping? And you get $5 off too. Yeah, I would get this case. Yeah, this is free shipping. Holy crap, this is a pretty good deal. It's not like... Okay, let me rephrase that. The Fantex Eclipse G300A is not that expensive to begin with. It's only $60. But as soon as you start hitting like $50, $40, $30, usually they tack on a stupid amount of shipping and stuff just because it's hard to get cases that cheap shipped to your door. But this is actually a good deal with $5 off. So this is 35 bucks with free shipping. This is a really good case. Let me get this a link on this too. Yeah, so we put this into the PC part picker list. Where did it go? Let me choose that. Yeah, that brings this build down to $544, and you could probably fit in 32 gigs of RAM if you wanted. Actually, you could definitely fit in 32 gigs of RAM. All right, let me get this. Link made, new deep link, bam, URL. Holy crap. The link maker is so bad. on Newegg side of things. You need more fans too? Yeah, you could just grab a pack of Arctic like P12s or whatever for, I don't know, $20 for 5 or something like that. If this would work, if I can get the link up. So, honestly, with these parts, you would be okay with a single fan. You will not be overheating your graphics card. You will not be overheating your CPU with a single fan in this Fantex case if you decided to cheap out and not buy any more. I think people overestimate how hot certain components could get. And the RX 6600 and so long as you have one fan exhausting, you're going to be moving air out of the system. I personally would not be concerned with a single exhaust fan. You could try it yourself. If you have a PC build, disconnect your front and top fans and leave only the exhaust running and check out your temperatures. You're not going to thermal throttle. You're not going to shut down due to overheating. So, oh my goodness. All right, we're just going to post the link as is then because Rakuten wants to be stupid and not. So $35, free shipping, Fantex G300A case. Tiny URL. Come on. All right, so we've actually found a decent amount of deals so far, and I'm still surprised there's one CPU on there. Hey, what's up, Demon Mitt? What up, what up, what up? Anything worth buying in bulk? I would say, do you think the 12600KF for 140 is worth buying in bulk? Or do you think the $35 Fantex Eclipse G300A is worth buying in bulk? Because these are pretty cheap prices. What else was there? The 4000D for $80 is a good price, but I don't know enough to buy in bulk. Yeah, 12600KF, I think at $140, that's brand new. That's gotta last until the whole next year. You're not gonna find that good of a price or normal pricing on that for the next year, I don't think. Yeah, Demon Mitt. Actually, no, I think Demon Mitt gets cases sent to him for sponsorship because he posts stuff on Instagram for, was it Gamdius? Or is it, what other companies have you worked with? So he might not need cases because he might get them sent to him. Okay, let's see, what else are we doing? So let's just, let me take a look at the Corsair. I was looking at, so Corsair was kind enough to send me a whole spreadsheet, which I don't think, I'm actually not sure if I am allowed to share the spreadsheet itself, but I can share deals from it. The most worthwhile thing that I saw, and it's also on Amazon too, is the 4000D, like I said earlier, and it's on Newegg as well. So for $80, because you can actually look at the price. I was thinking oh, for $80, I'm not sure if that sounds that good, but if you check out Camel, if you look at the 4000D, Corsair 4000D, what the heck? How is this not? I just looked up this earlier. Give me 1 second. Why is Camel being weird? Nope. Go back. Corsair 4000D. Oh, everybody's using Camel right now, and it's broken. So we'll look at PC Part Picker. So we look at the price of this, $80. Oh, apparently it did go down to 80 last month, but then before that, so we have right now Black Friday and then a few weeks ago. But then before that, it was like a while until let's hit the year. Yeah, it didn't hit 80 for like an entire year. This the Corsair 4000D. It was only until this month that we started seeing some sales for it again. So, I mean, aside from that though, do people care about the 5000D? That's also on sale today, from $220 to $170. This case, oh what? Let's see. This is actually down to $145 from $175. Amazon right now has a deal W Black 2TB for $114. NZXT 87 Flow Elite is only $100. Let's see. What's the normal prices on these? $200? Wait, 87 Flow Elite you said. That's not the Flow. That's the 87 Elite with the extra tempered glass. Hey, what's up, Mr. Clyburn, aka Joker? Oh, just the Elite. It's down to 100. You put the link in. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna check out all the links that people posted. So we'll open this. Oh my goodness, I've got so many tabs open right now. We've got Raid Max Infinity. Okay, Light Series, 32 gigs of 6000 C30 on Amazon, and then we got this Asus VivoBook. MSI optic, okay, monitor, and then, okay. So this is 50% off, wow. What are you guys' thoughts on the H7 Elite? I've built in this before. I mean, it's a NZXT case. I just don't know about the whole front glass thing. I don't know, I just prefer mesh or perforated fronts. It's not even all about the airflow too, because you could probably put together a system with this with no issues temperature wise, because there is airflow coming in somewhere because that fan is spaced from the glass. So whether it be from the bottom or yeah, the side looks perforated back here if I remember correctly. So I mean, you're getting air in somehow, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this look of like the all glass front. Yeah. So airflow is whatever to me. I'm just saying aesthetically, I for some reason don't. I think it's this gap, because this is because it is a very transparent, clear front panel, and that we can see the fans here. The fact that the fans are spaced back that far, it looks weird compared to if this was covered up by a mesh or perforation, where you can't really see the distance. I mean, just looking at this right here, this gap to me just looks a little odd. But that's just a personal preference thing. Yeah, like even from this view right here, it looks like the fans are recessed back too much, which obviously it's for a good reason, right? It's so that you can get airflow through there. But just aesthetically, I don't like that look. I think that's one thing when you have a mesh or perforated front panel, you could put the fans all the way up to the front. It doesn't look shifted back. It looks different, you know. Where are all the 4090s at? I don't know. Are there any 4090 sales? If you guys find them, link it. We can pull them up. But honestly, I don't really care about 4090s. I don't think about 4090s on a day-to-day basis like I do like lower end cards. So it's kind of, for me, it's hard to justify the price of an entire really good computer in a single component. And I know for people who have unlimited budgets or are super enthusiasts and want the top and best of the best that they can afford at any given time, then it makes sense for them to buy it. But for me, it's like I could never justify buying a 4090 when you could build a really good $1,500 computer that works, and a 4090 by itself doesn't do anything. So we've talked about this before on the streams. Brees Lou says, I haven't seen any real deals at all in my country. Everything was cheaper before Black Friday. Yeah, so that's, well, it depends on what you look at. There are good deals on, non-major computer components. And like, you'll probably, if you were looking for a chair or if you're looking for a table, just random other stuff that's not too exciting, there are usually sales on stuff like that. But wait, and you said in your country? Why would you have Black Friday sales in your country when Thanksgiving... Okay, maybe, am I dumb? Do other countries celebrate Black Friday without the American Thanksgiving? I'm trying to think about this. Remember, I am going off of like zero sleep too. Most do. It's an excuse to sell stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I actually never thought about that. I live in this little bubble of only knowing anything about the U.S., so I don't know about consumer-based holidays in other countries. That's so interesting. So you guys have Black Friday, and it's not like there's nothing that happens before Black Friday. Whereas in the U.S., it's always kind of like you do your Thanksgiving, and then it used to be before online shopping was popular. After Thanksgiving dinner, you go out at midnight and stand in line at Best Buy or Target to get the Black Friday doorbuster deals. But now everything's online. But it's very interesting. In other countries, it's just nothing, boom, Black Friday. Check if the Johnsbow D41 is on sale. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna have to do the other stuff first though. So NZXT Flow, I mean, for $100 though, regardless of how I think this thing looks, this is a crazy good deal. Maybe, I don't know if I would say it was worth $200 to begin with, but it's definitely a really nice $100 case. Like, I think you can't go wrong if you buy this for $100 on sale right now. Actually, let me put this in the description. Thanks for the heads up on that, Demon Mitt. H7 Elite down from 200. Boom. We got that link going on here. It used to be theorized to be called Black Friday because that's when most stores left the red and started making money. Yeah, I remember hearing that explanation of it. All right, Raid Max S811 Infinity ARGB Light Series. What is this? Do we get a power supply too? I see a power supply in this picture. All-in-one solution with the 550 watt power supply. You do get that. What is this? Is there any information on that power supply? I mean, I bet most people are gonna think this thing is it's XTB. Sometimes power supplies just aren't even on here at all. XTB? Nope. XTB is not on here. Raid Max. Let's see if I can find anything similarly named to it. Wait. XTB. XTB series, yeah, so this is not even on the tier list at all, but let's look at the label. So we're looking at the 550 watt XTB. Okay, so it's actually a 450 watt on the rails that we care about, which is still fine. I mean, this thing probably will work fine on like lower end computers. You could probably run the i3 12100 RX 6600 that we just put together on PC Part Picker lit with this power supply, and it won't burn your house down. But whether or not it's gonna last you a decent amount of time, that's another question. Okay, but I mean, for $70, assuming this power supply is like complete, you know, garbage tier, whatever, even garbage tier power supplies are worth $20. So then that makes this about a $50 case. When you break it down like that, it doesn't seem like too crazy good of a deal. Also, I'm not sure if I'm feeling this case. This case, I know that they're trying to like kind of look more modern with the geometric designs and RGB and the infinity mirror, but just the whole design language of it screams not a modern case. It looks like those old school, I swear Alienware used to have kind of weird shapes like this. But yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna put a link for this because this is interesting. Does this power supply actually have this connector? Yeah, what? Does this actually no. Where's that product page? I just had it up. XTB Raid Max. Does it actually have the new connector? Not according to this thing. Yeah, 550 watt. I mean, if it does, they didn't put it on their actual official product page. So that might be the Amazon page trying to be all, you know, misleading. Oh. Do y'all know of any high quality power supplies that actually has the switchback here for the different countries and voltages? I can't think of the last time I saw a decent quality power supply. Yeah, old PSUs basically. Okay, what else we got? So this is Lexar Aries RGB, 32 gigabytes, 6,000 meg transfer per second, CL30 for $86. DDR5. This is actually, yeah, this is a pretty good price. I'll put a link to this one. I think because last time I was looking for 6,000 CL30, it was around 95. And let me look at these. These actually look pretty nice. They don't have a top profile of it though. Okay. $85. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like do these deals and I know chat's going a lot quicker than normal. So I'm gonna look at chat in a second here. 32 gigabytes, 6,000 CL30, Lexar RAM, RGB RAM. Why would Jeff Bezos lie to us? I don't think Jeff Bezos is lying to us. I think it's the seller and their product images that they were lying to us. What is this? Wait, who posted this one? Smartest Facebook Marketplace scammer. Oh. How is this a Facebook Marketplace scammer? Asus VivoBook Slim laptop. Okay. $16 shipping, $350 down to $175. How is this a scammer? I don't know how much VivoBooks go for. Oh, that's not the scam? What is the scam? This is a scam. Oh, 2 laptops and chargers. I have no use for them. $70, $220 shipped. These images. I remember you were saying this person didn't put real pictures. They put pictures of screenshots of a phone because you could obviously see the battery meter, Wi-Fi, cellular signal, and the time on here. I don't I don't know if that actually means this is a scam. I think this just might be a tech illiterate person who maybe posted this on a different app that's not Facebook, let's say OfferUp or something, and instead of using their pictures again, they took up screenshots of this for whatever reason. I don't know. Can we see their profile? No, I have to log in for the details. So this is what you're thinking is the scam, but these look like crappy let's see. Yeah, these look like old crappy laptops that are probably not even worth that much to begin with. This is a Chromebook. Or they could be stolen. So I don't know if it's necessarily a scam, but it's definitely a listing that I would have zero interest in if I came across it. Alright, so someone else posted this was 13. Oh man. So this is ultra wide 1440p monitor, 144 hertz refresh rate. The stand can tilt, swivel, pivot, all that stuff. And it's curved. What is this? With these specs at $244, there's no way this is IPS. This is like VA. Do they say? Don't get MSI monitors, says Adam. I think they're bad. Had 2 of them. I'm not sure if I could say I ever used MSI monitors. I've never heard of them being bad though. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm sure I know a couple of people that have them that they're just fine. But what are your guys' thoughts if you have any on MSI monitors? Where's all the info? Okay, 144 hertz, yeah. MSI monitors are great. JG Wright hasn't heard of them being particularly bad either. Compared to my LG Ultra Gear, it is. Okay, what were the price? I mean, I think with each product that you compare, you have to look at the full picture. For this one, I know it's not going to be an IPS panel because it would be way too cheap, even at the $330 price point, given the rest of the specs, right? 1440p, ultra wide curved, and higher refresh rate. If we wanted something like this to be IPS, I would think that it would have to be like a 75 or 60 hertz monitor. You have to give somewhere. I don't see it. Oh, VA. They don't specify it on here, but. Hey, what's up, High Power Danny? Usually, if IPS isn't in title, it's VA. Yeah, I think I would agree with you there. Yeah. Oh man, it's getting warm in here. Turn off the heater. Okay, so that was that deal, and then here's the Predator Bifrost. Oh, this thing looks so freaking cool. This is on sale, not really, because it's been floating at $250. But then you get Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm not gonna put a link for that one because I don't really think it's that good. Okay, John's Bowl D41. Someone asked me to take a look at this to see if it was on sale. 158 bucks. What is the normal price on this? Wait, what is this? Case with screen. Don't they have a version that does not have the screen? Or am I thinking of a different case? And has the D41 always had the screen? Hey, what's up, Max on CFW? How's everyone today? I hope everybody in the chat is doing good. For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, which we do need to still talk about Thanksgiving, by the way. Let me get through these links and then we'll do that. So, this case, I like to look at this case. The power supply is in a pretty unique... I mean, there's some cases that... This isn't the only case that has done it, where it puts it in the front. But, I'm curious. The screen. Is this just like an HDMI screen, or like what do you plug this into? I don't think you're getting that image through like the USB header. There's a tech invention. Wait, what? There's a tech invention monitor on one side of the case. Wait, what do you mean? I would think it's HDMI. That for a screen like that, that's beyond like the tiny pump size ones. I would think you need like a proper display cable to get the image. First, the trend was fishbowl cases, aquarium cases, and now it's screens. Gotta love it. The screens I kind of actually like. If I had a screen, I would be displaying my temperatures and hardware utilization on it like all the time. I like being able to instantly know what my temperatures are at any given point in time. And I like to do that without overlay. Like, I don't want it to be on the software side, because if I'm playing a full screen game, if I don't even use rain meter, but if I did, like, the rain meter might be on the desktop and you wouldn't be able to see it when you're playing a full screen game, watching a full screen movie, or doing whatever. So I like having it on the computer, because even if your monitors were turned off, you could still see what your temperatures and hardware usage is just by looking at your computer. But so for the screen, I like it. I wouldn't put this Legend of Korra or whatever the heck this image is on it. I would put stats for sure. The trends keep people buying cases. Some are neat, some not so much. Yeah, screens and temperature display and stuff like that, I like that trend. I don't like the fishbowl trend. The D41 screen is connected with mini HDMI or USB-C. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because there's some monitors that are USB-C now. In terms of the pricing, I mean, $158, that doesn't seem too bad, considering it has a built-in screen and it's an ITX kind of more specialty. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's basically what I would be showing right there. Boom. I think the Hyte Y60 has an LCD screen. Yes, the Hyte Y60 and now the Hyte Y70 has... The Y70 has it built in already. The Y60, you have to put it in yourself, and it looks kind of janky sometimes. Yes, the CH510, which is what I built with recently. I made a video featuring the CH510. Wait, CH510 or the CH560? I thought it was the 5... I built in the 560. Yes, not the 510, but they're similar cases. They're from the same line. That picture has an empty case with specs on the screen. Yeah, what are these temperatures going to? Good observation. All right, real quick before we get on to the rest of the stuff, which I only have about half an hour left, but we can still look at some of the deals in a second. But how was y'all's Thanksgivings? What did you guys do? What did you eat? What was the highlight in terms of like food? So for me, every family get together we have, Melissa, my wife, her aunt brings over homemade Thai iced tea. Like, she hand does the like tea leaves and everything like that, and then we put half and half in it. So it's like restaurant quality Thai iced tea. And she brings over 2 jugs of it. So that's like usually the highlight of family get-togethers for me. I really like now that I have like a couple of weeks worth of Thai iced tea. Food-wise, I made corn ribs, if you guys ever have seen that, and it was actually a success because all of it got eaten up. I think it might have been one of the only things where all of the food got eaten up. But if you've ever seen Mexican-style corn ribs, you cut the corn down the center 2 ways so that it's into quarter pieces, and then You season it like elotes, kind of like this. Actually, this is a good representation of it. And then you eat it like it's a rib because the corn cob is like the bone and then the corn is like the meat. But yeah, this was kind of cool to do. And it looks nice and cool, so yeah. That was like my contribution this year to Thanksgiving. And I love Mexican corn, so doing this, making it more bite-sized was pretty cool. Yeah, I do speak it. At least I think I spoke it in the video where my mom built a PC. Or maybe I just spoke English and she was the one speaking it. But I do speak it, yeah. Highlight for you was dairy-free creamy potato soup. But you traded all for Thai iced tea. You stayed home, did some computer stuff, ate honey-cured ham, and texted a few people. I finally caught you live. Love your videos. What's up, Z status? Love your videos and content. Thank you. I'm actually surprised. We have more viewers right now than we do on the typical weekly stream, and it's probably because of the Black Friday. But it's also it was 7 a.m. when we started, so the fact that I could get more people to show up on a Black Friday stream this early in the morning versus, you know, like at a typical after work and school time on a recurring schedule, I don't know. David Kim asks, does Redux do a good job building their PC, and do they ever charge you? So we can look at Redux while I read the rest of the Thanksgiving comments, but Build Redux. The last time I looked, Build Redux, they kind of unfairly upcharged in my opinion. They still put my face on their page. I reviewed this like 3 years ago, and my opinions on them have changed. But they still keep this up. Because their pricing, when they first released, when they first launched as a company, their pricing was literally MSRP on parts plus $50. It is not the case anymore. So we'll look at just a standard build. Let's see, best sellers. We'll look at like geez, they start at 1200. We'll look at this one. BXT0 says, I cooked the turkey and homemade all the sides. Wait, I cooked the turkey and homemade all the sides I used for Thanksgiving. I did baked mac and cheese. We also had baked mac and cheese, cornbread, made mashed potatoes. Nice, all the standard Thanksgiving stuff. Brought you some of my audience. For sure, John. John, how was your Thanksgiving? Which I feel horrible, John. And I was gonna text you about it, but then I was like, maybe I should make a big deal of it. I'm not sure if you guys saw on Wednesday's stream when I was in John's studio, I was drinking a Dr. Pepper. I forgot to take the can with me, and I didn't even hand it to him. I left an empty Dr. Pepper can in his studio somewhere for him to clean it up. Like, I should have taken it to the recycling bin, or I should have handed it to him, say, hey, can you recycle this because I don't know where your bin is, or I should have taken it with me. But I just left. I littered in his studio. I feel bad. So, John, if you found my Dr. Pepper can among your Dr. Pepper cans, I apologize. Kevin Go ate some family Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesday night and in the hospital. On Wednesday night in the hospital room. Yeah, that's because you had your family emergency, which I'm glad everything is going better now. Some people had the whole week off. That's like nice. Actually, my wife ended up taking most of the week off. She only worked one day this week. Had Chinese for dinner last night, out hunting, and it was the only restaurant open in town. How many people do you go hunting with, Shauner? Is it like you and another person, like in the duos, or do you go in a bigger group? What's the best value generation Intel CPU I should get today? The best value? I think 12th gen. Actually, look in the description. The 12600KF for $140 is like the best deal right now for an Intel processor. Three of you, fourth person coming up today. Okay, got it. 12600KF. Yeah, I think that's the best deal. Did I not say 12600KF? If I said something else, I'm sorry. Not in the US, but managed to get turkey yesterday. White meat somehow stayed juicy. Yeah, I'm usually not a fan of like breast meat and stuff. I usually like dark meat and like thighs and drumsticks. Is the Intel Arc something that could possibly become a contender for gaming in the near future? I mean, it's kind of a contender right now. What is your definition of a contender? Contender doesn't mean you're at the same level. It's just that you're like operating in the same space. It's like sometimes you watch like boxing matches where both of the boxers, they're like at so different skill levels. But the fact that they were brought into the same ring means that, you know, the guy who even lost and sucks in comparison, he's still a contender, right? So I think, I'm not saying that Arc is bad, because it definitely is. Arc cards are good. It's just there's not enough reason for a lot of people to try it when the pricing is just not competitive enough. Like, performance-wise, they're fine. Even if they were, let's say an Arc A770 was $200, I'm not convinced that Intel would gain that much market share in the GPU space. Even if the A770 was 16 gigabyte model was $200. Because AMD still has cards that are $180, $190, which are really good value. It might not have as much VRAM, but it does have more, like, I guess, even more brand recognition with regards to the graphics card space. All right, build redux. So if we're looking at this build redux build, they charge you a $100 build fee, which is still reasonable if that's true. So then it's $11.49 in parts. So they charge you for Windows, which I think a lot of companies do anyways, unfortunately. They have their build testing, which, yep, so that's $99. They put a $30 wireless card in here. Assuming this is a decent power supply, at least C tier, then this would be fine. $80 for 750 watt, 80 plus gold. 4 times Cooler Master RGB fans for $50. I mean, there are cheaper, but these are Cooler Master fans, so I think this is priced fine. 1 terabyte NVMe for $70. You're starting to approach 2 terabyte range, but depending on what model they give you, right? From my experience, I think they were giving more budget drives based on the unboxings and stuff that I saw. I don't think they're going to be giving you, like, you know, a Samsung 980 Pro or anything like that. So I think this might be a little bit upcharged if they end up just giving you, you know, just whatever Lexar, or I don't know, like a more budget end drive. Because we know 1 terabytes should be $50 or less for the more budget options. The 4060 for, is that how much 4060 are still going for on like Newegg? I thought we saw a price reduction. And to be fair, nope, they're going for about $290. So that's fine. Windows V760D4 motherboard, okay. Nothing's looking too bad. Hyper Evo 212. There's better coolers that you can get for $40 or less. 16 gigs of RAM, and okay, I mean, we saw the other kit, they were like 35, so this is a bit more. And how much is a 12400F? This build actually doesn't look that bad now that I'm looking at right now. So if you wanted a 12400F, yeah, it's about $150 if you were to pick it up individually. So this build is actually not that bad. I think the Windows kind of kills it a bit. And let me think. Do other manufacturers, they don't list out their parts. That's the only difficult thing. But I mean, Build Redux should be getting Windows keys for less than $120. So them putting it, like itemizing it at $120 means that they are marking this up definitely. Like, there's no way they are paying $120 and then passing it on to you for the exact same price. So the $100 build fee I have no problem with. This isn't overly overpriced compared to when we looked at this in the past. It looks like they got their stuff more in order now. Because I remember when they were putting like 3070s and 3060s and 3080s, their pricing for the graphics cards were incorrect by quite a bit, by like anywhere from $100 to $200. So you would be getting pretty ripped off if you went with their configuration. And this was like months ago. This right now, I mean, maybe they updated it for Black Friday or they just updated it recently. This doesn't look that bad. When I worked at a Microsoft certified refurbishing shop, I think we paid $30 a key, and were those were retail keys. Those weren't like the volume licenses, one-time use type things. These were like the retail keys where no matter what hardware you threw it on, it would still stay activated. SpongeBob, hello man, I have a question. Can you do a $600 build next? We just did a $600 PC part picker list. Are you talking about a build video? Is it true more memory on the NVMe M.2, the speed increases? Not necessarily that the speed increases, but as your drive starts to fill up, it could start to slow down. So let's just say you have 900 gigabytes of just stuff, installations, files, and things like that. Performance in general is going to be better if you had that 900 on the 4 terabyte because you'll have over 3 terabytes of free space. And then same with the 2. When your drive is filled to the brim, it is going to slow down. When is your next build video coming? My next build video is going to be a Temu build. It's going to be a Temu PC build, so there's no price really associated with it. It's more of seeing, all right, what does Temu have to offer PC builders? We've got 15 minutes left. Melissa, I don't know if she's awake yet, but I should hear her coming down the stairs any minute now. Windows 11 is $12 on CD keys. Really? I have not, every time I go to, okay, what is the CD key website that has Windows for $12, even with the promo code? Because every time I see it, it is $20, and then you use code Techia City or Zax Tector for whatever, and then it brings it down to $15. I've never seen a Windows 11 on any of the CD gray market websites for $12. But if you tell me the website, I will go to it right now and pull it up to see, and they get a free shout out. I'll never pay $100+ for Windows 11, lol. Yeah, I don't think I've ever paid full price for a Windows license. It's Windows. No, just type out the website name. Like, is it SCD keys? Does G2A sell Windows keys? I don't even know. Is 14th gen processor legit? Or we stay to 13th instead? I mean, I'm on 12th gen Intel, guys. Just because the new generation of parts came out doesn't mean you have to upgrade or buy the newest one. There's still plenty of value to be had in prior generations of parts. CJS keys. Oh man, am I about to get CJS CD keys? Looks legit enough. Windows 11. All right, let's take a look. You are right, $12. I should not have doubted you. Yes, down from $75, of course. Yep, $11.90, and you don't even need to. Actually, do they have creator codes? Because if you put a creator code in, this might go under $10. But I've never heard of this website, so I've never heard of any content creator shouting them out. Oh, this is the home key. You said Pro. Sorry. I just realized you said Pro. Oh, yeah. The Pro key is what? Home is fine. 1253, same thing. We'll round down here for you. I think that's fine. What? Their pricing is just so weird. They're saying the home CD key was 75 normally, and they're saying the Pro CD key is 62 normally, which is obviously not correct. Pro costs more. And then, yeah, but, you've used them. Hard to trust any of these gray market sites for long. You've used CJS, John? Interesting. I've never heard of this one. But then again, there's like a bajillion of these websites out here. I'm seeing a lot of reviews from CJS saying it's a scam. What's a good website to check for potential bottlenecks? There is no good website because I think all those bottleneck calculators are bullcrap. What you do is you list your graphics card and CPU in the chat right now, and then me and the chat will tell you whether or not it's a bottleneck. Yeah, because those bottleneck calculating websites, it's too much of a like black and white answer. They say like it is a bottleneck or it's not when there's a wide range of parts. I've said this for so long. When you pair graphics cards and actually no, I need to do a paint file. We will do a paint window. I need to do some more drawing type stuff. Okay, let's see. Where's the window? We will add source. Window, add window. MS Paint. Okay. So the way that I feel like people think of like how to pair CPUs, and GPUs is like, we'll just call this CPU, and this is a GPU, right? So you can have your list of like from like i3, i5, i7, and stuff like that, i9s, and then you can have even more in between. And then you have GPU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So you can have all your stuff right here. So I feel like a lot of people think like the only way that they can pair parts is like this. When in reality, you could pair this GPU with these 3 and then this GPU with these 4. There's like a lot of combinations of parts that you can do. This i7 with like these 3 is not just like a one-to-one pairing of CPUs and GPUs. Honestly, I think it is really hard to come up with a bad combination of parts. Unless you're using like a 4090 down here with an i3 up here, then yes, that's like the one scenario where like, okay, you have a huge bottleneck. But when you are operating in kind of like the middle here, let's just not do the i9s, but if you have like i5s and i7s, even if you had an i7 13700K paired with an RTX 3060, even though that's not like the most ideal balance, I wouldn't say that's like a horrible like pairing. Like maybe you just have more CPU, you do things that are more CPU heavy. Is the 3090 still, guys, we can't be asking this question. Where's this window? Is the 3090 still a good card in 2023? The 3090 was like a top tier card from only a few years ago. Of course it is still a good card in 2023. I would say that even like something like a 2080 is still good in 2023. There's stuff definitely better than it, but they're still very capable cards. You have a Ryzen 5 4600G. the good thing about that is that you have an AM4 motherboard and RAM and everything that will be usable when you upgrade, assuming you don't have a graphics card. Some people do use APUs with graphics cards, which is, you know, fine if they found a good deal on the APU and just use it as a processor. But I really like APUs. I wish I could do more. I wish more APUs came out so I could do more content on them, because I've already done videos on like the 3200G, 4600, not 4600, but 5600G, 5700G. I wish that there was the current gen offering of APUs, which I guess like right now motherboards and DDR5 RAM and all that stuff, it's a little pricey. It kind of, you could say it doesn't make sense to have AM5 APUs, because then it's more expensive than the counterpart of using AM4 with a dedicated graphics card, right? Nerd, is CJS legit? No, I mean, people in the chat are saying they bought from them. I'm not endorsing it. I was just surprised to find that they had CD keys cheaper, pretty noticeably cheaper than like SCD keys and all those other websites. Because all those other ones, they promote $20 and then $15 after you use the creator promo code. But these are just flat cheap. I'm not endorsing this. I'm just looking at it based on people saying this is where they get it from. So if you buy at your own risk, please. Don't come to me and say you recommended it, because I'm not recommending CJS keys. Other people in the chat are saying that they use them on the regular. I was just trying to look at the price. Yes, BXTZO says CJS is legit. John the Net Guy said he has bought from CJS Key. Can NVIDIA and AMD GPU fit on the same motherboard now? I don't understand this question, but can they fit on the same motherboard now? They do, if you're talking about the PCI Express x16 slot that they go into, modern day NVIDIA and AMD cards are compatible with the same slot. You can take an NVIDIA card out and put an AMD card in. Assuming you have the right power delivery to them, right? You can't take out a 4090, or no, you can't take out like a 6500 XT, put in a 4090 and expect it to work, because the power supply is probably not going to be strong enough or big enough. I want to get Windows 10 Pro, but I don't want to get scammed. Do you mind buying one for a video? I don't need to buy one for a video. SCD keys. If you don't trust CJS, SCD keys is one that I know a ton of my creator friends do sponsorships for. I've bought from SCD Key before. I'm giving them free promo right now. What am I doing? SCD Key, can you pay me for shouting you out in a stream? But yeah, SCD Key, if you guys are looking for one that a lot of people in our community use to save money on a Windows key. $1,800 for a 7800 X3D 4070 Ti pre-built. A good deal. 4070 Ti's, what are those going for nowadays? Like $750. 7800 X3D. We need to see what's in the rest of the system. But just looking at those specs, I mean, assuming like a $200 build fee, that looks about right. If you, okay, here's my rule. If you say an $1,800 7800 X3D 4070 Ti pre-built is a bad deal, you have to tell us what pre-built SI is selling a better deal at the same price, or the same specs at a lower price. So you either have to find an $1,800 pre-built somewhere that has a better CPU and graphics card, or you know, or you have to find a 7800 X3D 4070 Ti pre-built that's less than $1,800. This, it looks about right. It doesn't look like an amazing deal, but it doesn't look like a bad deal, if that makes sense. It looks like if you bought this, you are getting your money's worth for not having to build a PC, and you'll have a good working computer. It's 9. Melissa is going to be coming down the stairs any moment now. So I got to get ready. Man, something like this, we could have gone for like 3, 4, 5 hours. But unfortunately, I can't. Like, we're leaving the house in like a few minutes here. But, yeah, I think we found a handful of deals that were like worth mentioning based on what people were sending in. And based on what we were able to pull up. I'm not sure if I saw anything else that looked like an amazing deal. When will I stream again? So for those of you who don't know, which I feel like YouTube's not sending out the notifications, because people are like, this is the first time I've heard of you streaming, and I've been streaming consistently for has it been 2 years? Yeah, 2021 is when I started streaming like consistently. But yeah, I stream every single Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I do this, what we're doing this morning, every single week on Wednesdays. So maybe you guys, if you can't make the stream, you can watch the VOD after the fact. Every single stream, I'm gonna go right now to Nerd on a Budget. If you go to my channel, if you go to this live tab, every single stream I do, it's all here. It's watchable after the fact if you can't make it live. But yeah, so yeah, that's the next time I'm gonna stream. I streamed today just because this week I did a dual stream with John the Net Guy, so it was a different type of stream where we were pretty much building the entire time. But I still wanted to have one of my typical hanging out with the chat and then deal hunting type of stream, which is why Black Friday was like the perfect day to do it. So yeah. Do I recommend NVIDIA or AMD? I recommend both. I recommend both of them depending on your budget and your use case. Actually, my brother-in-law, he was over for Thanksgiving. He brought his PC for me to check out. And we ended up upgrading his whole system. Now he has a 5800X and a 6700 XT. He previously had an 8700K and a 1660 Super. So yeah, he got a decent upgrade. But he went from Intel, NVIDIA to AMD. But there's other... for my stepbrother, I just gave him 2 computers that had NVIDIA graphics cards in it. So I recommend both. They're fine. 7800 XT is a good GPU, yes. Yes, it's a good GPU. Yes, different. So my wife is one of 8 children. She has 7 siblings. So I have 7 brothers and sisters-in-laws. So yes, it was a different one. Not the one with the 4080. And there's Melissa. I hear her coming down the stairs. Give me 1 second. We're going? Oh, when are we going? 25 minutes? And the appointment's at 9:45? Okay, so we leave in about... Okay, so I have about 10 more minutes. We have about 10 minutes just to hang out. Nah, I'm hanging out with you all day, so you know. If you own a Windows 10 PC, can you upgrade to Windows 11 and will it work all fine? From what I've seen, yeah. If you have an activated Windows 10 PC, if you do the free Windows upgrade, you know, when you go to update Windows and they're like, hey, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? It will carry over your activation. Tim's here. Oh, Tim's here? Is he inside? Ah, the neighborhood cat. He comes into our house. And he's here right now. I'm not going to show him on stream. Are you gonna get the new? No, I've never owned any Threadrippers because my use, I can't make use of it to justify the cost. Let's just say that. Show cat. Show neighborhood cat. He's the cutest cat ever because he's very vocal. Oh, I'm like, Tim. I can come grab him. All right, Tim. Hello. Nah, we gotta show you to the audience, okay? You can come hang out on here. Hello. Yeah, look into the camera, buddy. Yeah? See, Tim, look at the camera. Okay. Okay, you can go upstairs now. Yeah, he's an outdoor cat, but he loves hanging out at our house. Yes, I love vocal cats. They're so cute. Yeah, so basically every time we open the door for a package and stuff, he's waiting outside and he just comes in uninvited, which is like the cutest thing ever. What's a good budget micro ATX case? Oh yeah. Yeah, cars are frozen today. Do you need a micro ATX? Because if you're talking about a good budget one, this $35 mid-tower, it's kind of like you do not see cases of this quality for this price, like, often these days. This is the deal to get, I think. Like, this is the case deal of Black Friday. I don't think anyone's going to be able to show me anything else to convince me that there's a better case deal out there. Even the $100 H7 Elite. BitNova Phoenix? BitPhoenix Nova, you mean? Not the BitNova Phoenix, right? The BitPhoenix Nova. Oh, but these things look old. I know there's a Nova TG. I built in a Nova TG before this one, but these are also pretty old. These aren't even that cheap, are they? But I think they wanted a micro ATX case. But if we were to look at the BitPhoenix, the thing about BitPhoenix, it's odd that, so this one is, yeah, for 54 bucks, I'm going with the Fantex all day. Like, this is the Nova Mesh SE, but yeah, I'm going with the Fantex. BitPhoenix is kind of interesting because they're still making cases and stuff like that, but not to be mean, but I feel like back in like 2016, 17, 18, their cases were much more popular and being used by people. And now I don't hear much about BitPhoenix much at all. I think the only time I hear about BitPhoenix for the most part is from Techia City Brian's channel. He likes BitPhoenix cases. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with them, but it's just like when you look at it, I feel like in the US market, they're not as popular anymore. And in terms of inventory and fast shipping times, they're not as competitive compared to the other major brands. The Asus Prime AP201, how much is this thing? We've looked at this, 70 bucks. Didn't Ozzy just build in this case? I didn't watch Ozzy's video yet, but he did a $500 PC build that beats a PS5. It was this case, wasn't it? Let me see. I saw the thumbnail. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. He just released it today. Oh no, it's not that case. What case was it? Case. He used the Sama. Oh, okay. I thought it looked pretty similar. It's a different case. It's a similar style though. And it's a micro ATX, I'm thinking. Motherboard. Yeah, B450M. Okay. Yeah. But it's one of those cases that looks like it could be an ITX, but it's actually a micro. Hey, what's up, Maine Coon? Maine Coon? That's like a dog breed, isn't it? No, it's a cat breed. Cat, yes, yes, yes. Pretend I'm an Xbox Series X. Oh, man. People asking about, yeah, this is what, I wish you guys would have submitted some of these earlier. I guess you did at 8:30. Is this a good deal? $600 gaming PC, RX 580, 12100F, 1TB SSD. I mean, I just put together a brand new PC part picker list with a much better graphics card than this. So I would say this is not a good deal. I guess this is decent in that you pay $600 flat with no tax. Actually, no, we made the modification earlier, and it came out cheaper. So yeah, I mean, the killer about this is it has an RX 580. These are not 4GB model too. That's, I mean, this build should be no more than like 450, if that. Yeah, just look at the PC part picker link in the description of this stream or of the video stream, and you'll have the exact same specs for the same price, except all the parts are brand new and a better graphics card. Deepcool CC360. Which one is this? CC360. Those are $60-ish. Okay. Can I rate your offer up? Yeah. Post your offer up listing and I can take a look at it. The CC. Oh, this thing is interesting looking. I don't understand. So sometimes I understand why, like, a fully panelized front and you sacrifice airflow for aesthetics. But in this case, I don't think randomly adding this bar, which I don't see any actual functional practical use for, except for literally blocking the fans, and it looks weird. So you get dinged points on both aesthetics, at least subjectively for me anyways, because I think this is really ugly. You should have just gone the whole perforation or the full panel, not this weird mix between the two. But also, you lose out on a little bit of airflow performance. So yeah, this is interesting choice by Deepcool, who generally makes really good looking cases. And yeah, this thing looks weird to me. This thing does come with 3 pre-installed fans. Okay, actually that makes, and a $10 promo code. So this is gonna be $50. Okay, with the pre-installed fans and the price being brought down, and then I'm guessing it's free shipping. Aesthetically, not my favorite, but just knowing the build quality of Deepcool and just the way they designed the cases, the basement, the rear panel and stuff like that, the ease of building in, this is actually a good price. All right, the offer up listing, for some reason it is not coming up. Please tell me I don't have to be logged in. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. It just comes up as this when I paste the link. Which is weird because I've opened people's offer up links before. Oh, I think it's time to go. Hello? We're going? Okay. All right. I'll be right out. Bye-bye. All right, guys. That is the end of the stream. Thank you for everyone who woke up at 7 a.m. Pacific time this morning, or whatever time it is in your time zone, to hang out a bit. I'm sure there's gonna be other people doing Black Friday streams today. I'm definitely not the only one. So hopefully you guys are able to find more deals, and then on Cyber Monday as well. And then we can talk about it in next week's Wednesday stream. I'm gonna be on the lookout for deals as well, because normally I use Black Friday to start looking for Christmas presents for people. So I might not be buying PC related stuff, but I will hopefully be buying stuff to save money for, for gifts for other people for the holiday season. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend coming up, and good Thanksgiving yesterday. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, shorts, or stream. So take care. Bye-bye.